On today's exciting episode of NBC Connecticut's Kids Connection, we're going on an amazing adventure at Lyman Orchards in Middlefield, learning all about pumpkins at Foster Farm in South Windsor, and heading to Johnny Appleseed's farm in Ellington to grab some apples for a delicious healthy snack. Then, later in the show, the return of a Kids Connection favorite, story time. So find a comfy seat because you're about to be blown away by a ton of fall fun. And it all starts right now.
This is an NBC Connecticut Kids Connection special presentation, Fall Fun! Proudly brought to you by Aces.
I'm NBC Connecticut's Keisha Grant. Today I'm at Lyman Orchard in Middlefield with my husband Garrett and our kids, Arabella and Grant.
We come here as a family every year because nothing says fall fun like the Lyman Orchard's annual corn maze.
This year, the All-American Corn Maze theme features one of America's most popular founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin.
The corn maze at Lyman Orchards is not just a fun fall distraction. The maze raises money each year for great causes like medical research.
This corn maze is huge, so if you want to make it all the way through, you've got a 30 to 40-minute adventure to look forward to. And if we know our kids,
they're gonna try to beat that time.
But it's all in good fun, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll work together.
Welcome, sports fans, to the Great Corn Maze Face-Off. It's sister versus brother in an ongoing rivalry that comes to a head today. Hi, I'm NBC Connecticut sports reporter Matt Finkel.
And I'm Gabrielle Lucevero. Let's have a look at our champions. In the black vest, standing at 49 inches, is earthworm enthusiast and future astronaut Grant, a.k.a. the G-Man. G-Man famously refuses to ride a bike or back down from any opportunity to race his big sister. And today, Matt, he's wearing new sneakers.
That could be the difference. In the blue vest is future fashion designer, bicycle pro, and jumbo pretzel fan Arabella, a.k.a. Sweet Pea. As G-Man's big sister, Arabella has 2 inches, 2 years, and 2 weeks on her little brother, and a slightly longer stride, which she'll need today, Gabrielle.
Yeah, she definitely will. Listen, the champions are at the starting line now. They've got their game faces on.
And they're off.
They've got a long way to go, Matt. The maze at Lyman Orchards is 4 acres. That is more than 3 football fields, and the maze has over a mile of winding paths.
And those paths spell out the hashtag All-American, feature a likeness of Ben Franklin and a kite, a key, and a lightning bolt, all things associated with the founding fathers' study of electricity.
We'll see if lightning strikes today, right? That's a lot for our champions to make their way through.
And we'll have continuing coverage later on in the show, so stay tuned, sports fans.
What says fall better than pumpkins? From small to big, smooth to bumpy, from green to white, pumpkins give any doorstep that special fall Halloween feel. And there is no other crop as popular as your local pumpkin patch. So how do pumpkins go from this to this? Let's go to Foster Farm in South Windsor to find out.
We grow several varieties. We grow what we call face pumpkins, which are the type you carve. They're usually like 10 to 25 pounds. Then we have some mini pumpkins. We have sugar pumpkins, which are the type that you would normally use for baking.
Growing pumpkins takes a lot of planning and a lot of hard work.
We plant the pumpkins usually towards the middle of May to the end of May. And they start to ripen about the 1st of September.
Farmers like to white tend to the pumpkins all summer to make sure they're ready in the fall. It takes lots of sun and lots of water to keep them growing. At first, pumpkins start out as a green plant that flowers, then turn into green pumpkins. Then as the summer passes, they get bigger, turn orange, and then they're ready to harvest.
We cut the stems, and then we pick them all up by hand.
So when you come to a place like Foster Farm, you'll see thousands of pumpkins to choose from. Did you ever wonder what's in a pumpkin? Let's take a look. There are lots and lots of seeds. There can be as many as 500 in a single pumpkin. Here are some amazing pumpkin facts. Did you know that pumpkins are actually a type of fruit and not a vegetable? They're made up of 90% water. And jack-o'-lanterns were once made up of turnips, not pumpkins. Then Irish immigrants coming to America found the pumpkins easier to carve, and the modern jack-o'-lantern was born. Your parents can help you make jack-o'-lanterns out of your pumpkins, turning this into this. Happy pumpkins and happy Halloween!
Now that you know all about pumpkins, NBC Connecticut evening news anchor Mike Heideck and his daughter Molly show you how to make some spooktacular glow-in-the-dark creations. Coming up next. Then, get ready for yummy food. Snow Monster and CT Live's Taylor Kinsler are taking you to see how donuts are made and helping you learn about different types of apples grown in our state. And before we go to break, let's see all the fall fun you're having this season. Send your photos to us by having a parent or guardian scan the QR code on your screen now. And we might share your picture on air or on our NBC Connecticut social media pages. Don't go away. NBC Connecticut's Kids Connection comes back in just 1 minute. Welcome back to the show. Students from ACES schools are having fun in class this fall by working on these very creative art projects. You still have time to share your fall fun photos with us too. It's super easy. Just use your phone's camera to scan the QR code on screen, and we may show your pictures on air or on our NBC Connecticut social media pages.
You're watching Kids Connection on NBC Connecticut. Fall fun!
Hi everybody, this is Mike Heideck, NBC Connecticut's evening news anchor, along with my daughter Molly, and we have a great Halloween project for you at home, especially for your littlest ghosts and goblins.
We're going to make a pumpkin with no knives that glow in the dark.
Super simple. All you need is the pumpkins. You can use a natural pumpkin, or you can buy one of the plastic ones from your local art supply store. And then what else do we need?
We have paint, water, so you can, wet your brush.
Yep.
And we have your pumpkin, of course, and a little something special.
Yeah, so we're going to show you a bunch of different ways to design it. You can draw your own design and then paint that in, or you can take care of a stencil just like this one. And if you look closely, hold it up to that camera, Molly. It says Snow Monster on it. So let's get started. Oh, one more thing too. If you decide to go with a natural pumpkin, grab a can of, this is a sealer that you can get from Michael's or another hardware store. That helps seal the skin on the pumpkin and it makes the paint stick a little easier. So we're gonna get started. Molly started with the Snow Monster etching, right?
Yep.
The stencil.
I basically took this stencil, I put it onto the pumpkin, I taped the two edges to keep it staying, and it might be a little frisky at the beginning, but if you hold it the correct way and then carefully sketch out the design, you can get something very nice.
Right. Okay, so that's what we're going to get started, and I am going to freehand draw my design, and then we'll paint it in afterwards. We'll see in a little bit. And in nearly no time at all, maybe a matter of 10 to 15 minutes, your project is nearly finished. You have to wait for the paint to dry and then charge it underneath a super cool black light bulb and wait until you see the results.
It will glow in the dark like nothing has before.
Hope you had fun learning this super simple Halloween project. This is Mike and Molly once again.
Happy Halloween and stay safe out there.
Now that the weather's getting cooler, Snow Monster and I are always looking for fun fall activities for the whole family. And here at Johnny Appleseed's farm, there is plenty of that. There's even apple cider donuts. Let's go.
Nestled in Ellington, Connecticut is Johnny Appleseed's Farm, a local farm and market serving up some New England fall classics.
The farm was started in 1978, and my wife and I took it over in the early 80s. So for 40 years we've been doing it. The apple cider donuts are very popular. We have trouble keeping up with them. You want the outside of the donut to have a little bit of crispness to it. I think the appeal to them is they're hot and fresh, and that's what people like.
If you want a fresh batch, the market makes donuts on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. But that's not all. The farm has tons of activities for families, including wagon rides, a pumpkin patch, and a corn maze. But apples are in the name, so you bet there's pick your own apples.
Give them a wagon ride to the picking area. They're welcome to stay as long as they'd like. A lot of people bring picnics, spend the entire day here. So everybody seems like they leave fairly happy.
Before we share a fun fall recipe, we had to ask about the varieties of apples they grow here.
Macintosh are very tart. A lot of people like to mix a Cortland with a Macintosh. Makes a nice firm piece of pie, but yet it's soft and easy to eat. Red Delicious is a sweet apple, but they have a thick skin on them. Golden Delicious, they're a thin skin apple that are sweet, very popular. So they're a nice apple.
I think we have our winner, Golden Delicious, but we were almost swayed by a friend.
What's your favorite apple?
My favorite apple, probably the Gala.
And why?
I just really like it for some reason.
They do look tasty. We'll definitely try those out for our next recipe. But now, let's do some shopping.
Now that we have what we need, it's time to head to the kitchen.
For more information on all the fall fun at Johnny Appleseed's farm, visit NBCConnecticut.com/kidsconnection.
Coming up on Kids Connection, we're going to turn these into a fun treat.
The great corn maze race continues.
Yeah, our champions Grant and Arabella have gone in different directions, but both have reached the halfway point.
It's still anyone's game, so stay tuned to see who wins.
Hang on. NBC Connecticut's Kids Connection returns right after these short messages.
You're watching Kids Connection on NBC Connecticut. Fall fun!
So we're in the NBC Connecticut kitchen now and are about to make a fun snack, apple monsters. Some healthy apple slices with a little extra sweetness. So the first step is to gather all of your ingredients and supplies. We picked up some amazing apples from Johnny Appleseeds in Ellington. Next, we have some chocolate chips, hazelnut spread, peanut butter, gummy worms, and then these spooky candy eyes. And you can find those online or at a local store. We're gonna make a few different apple monsters today, so feel free to experiment and have fun. And if you have any food allergies, you can substitute any of the spreads or toppings. So the next step is cutting up our apples into quarters and removing the core. Now remember kids, it's important to ask an adult for help when you're in the kitchen, especially when using knives. And with the power of TV magic, let's cut these up. Once we have our quarters, we're going to take our knives and carefully cut out a small section that will become the monster's mouth. You might want to ask an adult for help with this part. That was the hard part. The rest is smooth sailing. Now you can take one of your favorite spreads and put it inside the mouth of an apple monster. So once you have a nice layer, now the fun begins. Start sticking some chocolate chips into the peanut butter to make teeth. So now that we have our teeth in, it's time to add some spooky eyes. So we're gonna go back to your favorite spread, take a little bit of the peanut butter, and dot it on the apple, just like that. It's okay if it gets a little messy. And now, time to add the eyes. Done. Okay, isn't it cute? But it's not finished yet. The final decoration, a gummy that you can use as a tongue. But if you're trying to make this recipe a little bit healthier, you could also use a slice of cheese or even a slice of apple. Aren't these awesome? Perfect for Halloween, and I know Snow Monster would approve. For more fun recipes like this, head to NBCConnecticut.com/kidsconnection.
Hi Hi kids, I am Doris Verdales from Telemundo, Connecticut, and right now we're going to learn some Spanish words together. So let's practice 2 words in Spanish. The first one is pumpkin, and we say calabaza. Can you say it with me?
Calabaza.
Oh, that's very good. Now let's say apple in Spanish, which is manzana. Ready to practice? Here it goes. Manzana. Can you say it?
Manzana.
That's right. Manzana means apple and calabaza means pumpkin.
Coming up next, a new story time with NBC Connecticut morning news anchor Ted Coffey. And still ahead, it's a close race to the corn maze finish line. Are you rooting for Grant or Arabella? They're just minutes away from making it out.
You're watching Kids Connection on NBC Connecticut. Fall fun!
Welcome back, everybody. Halloween is a fun day to dress up and play pretend with your friends. But with everybody wearing costumes and different holiday activities taking place, it can sometimes be overwhelming. Today for Storytime, we have a book by Connecticut author and illustrator Sivan Hong titled Benny J and the Horrible Halloween. Benny J is a boy who's worried and self-conscious about attending his school's Halloween parade. But with help from his parents and a special list, he learns how to prepare for a super fun day. Hi, my name is Benny J. My favorite things are eating chocolate ice cream with rainbow sprinkles and pressing the buttons on elevators. Tomorrow is the Halloween parade at school. Everyone will come in their costumes. My teacher, Miss Austin, will be in a costume. All the parents will be there to watch. Everyone says it's a super fun day. Everyone's excited about the Halloween parade. Everyone, that is, except for me. I'm not going. I know what you're thinking. Benny J, you say, why don't you want to go to the Halloween parade? I knew you would ask me that, and I've prepared my list of 5 really, really good reasons. 1, sometimes I feel shy. I don't want everyone looking at me in my costume. What if someone laughs at me? 2, I won't recognize my teacher or my friends in their costumes, and I'll feel like I don't know anyone in school. 3, it will be very loud, too loud. I don't like loud things. 4, it will ruin our normal school day schedule. I like our school day schedule. It hangs on the wall in my classroom, and it's the same every day. 5, I won't be able to find my parents cheering for me at the parade. All the other kids will see their parents. See, I told you, it's a really, really good list. The next day, my parents say it will be a super fun day. They wrote a list to make the Halloween parade easier for me. I think it's a really, really good list. 1, dressing up for Halloween is like playing dress up at choice time. Even when my friends are dressed up, I still know it's them, and they know it's me. 2, if I feel scared, I can take a big belly breath and I'll feel better. 3, I can wear headphones with my costume so it won't be too loud. I don't like loud things. 4, I can hold my teacher's hand in the parade. 5, my parents will hold up a big sign that says Benny J, so I will see them. See, I think it is a really, really good list. When I get to school, I'm nervous, so I take a big belly breath. Miss Austin, my teacher, is dressed like an astronaut, but I still know it's her. Joey B is a doctor, and Ava G is a football player. We march all around the school. Everyone is cheering for us. My parents have a big sign with my name on it. Afterward, we have a party with popcorn and stories. It was a super fun day. A really, really super fun day. The end. Are you ready for Halloween? You also can learn how to prepare for other big days with Sivan Hong's Super Fun Day books. To learn more about her series and to watch other Kids Connection Storytime videos, visit nbcconnecticut.com/kidsconnection.
It's the final stretch of the corn maze race as G-Man rounds the corner and takes the lead.
And it's G-Man for the win.
That was a close one, very close.
It sounds like you're out of breath. I know they are out of breath, but let's check in with our champions and their folks back on the field.
So, did you guys have fun?
Yeah, I almost won, but Grant beat me to the door.
So you won, Grant?
It was really fun, so that's why I did that. Yeah, they fell.
Yes! Way to go, guys. They had so much fun here. If you'd like to go on an amazing corn maze adventure, you have until November 6th to join the fun here at Lyman Orchard in Middlefield.
So good luck and have fun.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of NBC Connecticut's Kids Connection Fall Fun. Everything you just saw can be found on our website, nbcconnecticut.com/kidsconnection, and on our YouTube channel. Plus, stream for free on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and of course, the NBC Connecticut app. So grab an adult and you can watch the show again or explore other great Kids Connection videos and activities.
Thanks for watching Kids Connection on NBC Connecticut. Proudly brought to you by Aces.